Welcome back, everybody. Today, I'm going to teach you how to use Paths by Zapier. This powerful feature allows you to create conditional logic in your automation workflows, so different actions can happen based on specific criteria you set. It's like building a decision tree that automatically routes your data where it needs to go. Let's walk through how to set this up step by step. First, open your web browser and navigate to Zapier.com. Once you're on the home page, go ahead and log in using your credentials. Make sure you're signed into the correct account if you manage multiple workspaces. After logging in, you'll land on your Zapier dashboard where all your automations live. Now, let's create a new automation. Click on the Zap button to start building your workflow from scratch. This opens up the Zap editor where you'll configure all the moving parts of your automation. The first thing you need to do is set up your trigger, which is the event that kicks off the entire workflow. Click on the trigger button. This is where you'll search for and select the application you want to use as your starting point. Think of this as the event that listens for something to happen. Once you've selected your preferred application, you'll need to choose a specific event from that app. After selecting the event, connect your account to give Zapier permission to access the necessary data. Once everything is connected, click Continue to move forward. Next, it's time to add the Paths feature. Click on the Action button, then search for Paths by Zapier in the search bar and select it. This is the key step that unlocks conditional logic in your workflow. Once you select Paths by Zapier, the system will automatically create two default paths for you, labeled Path A and Path B within one path group. These paths represent different routes your data can take based on the conditions you define. Let's configure Path A first. Click into Path A to open its settings. Here, you'll need to fill in the necessary information that defines when this path should be followed. This typically involves setting up filter rules or conditions, such as checking if a field contains a certain value or if a number is above or below a threshold. Take your time to configure these conditions accurately, then click Continue once you're done. Now you need to define what happens when Path A's conditions are met. Click the Action button within Path A, then select the app and event you want to trigger. For example, you might choose Email by Zapier, then select Send Outbound Email as the event. Set up the action with all the required fields, like the recipient's email address and message content. Once configured, test the action to make sure it's working properly, then click Continue. Now it's time to set up Path B using the same process. Click into Path B and fill in the conditions that determine when this path should be activated. These conditions should be different from Path A, creating an alternative route for your data. Once you've defined the logic, click Continue. Just like you did for Path A, click the Action button within Path B. Select your desired app and event, configure all the necessary details, test it to ensure everything works smoothly, and then click Continue. Your paths are now fully configured and ready to route your data based on the conditions you've defined, and that's it. You've successfully set up Paths by Zapier to create branching logic in your automation. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.